Years ago, my wife, with whom I had lived for 13 years, left me. She didn't just leave, she left for her lover. We have a daughter growing up. She recently turned 14. When she left, she assured me that she had never cheated on me in all those years, and this time she simply fell in love. She said such things happen, that I wasn't at fault for anything, that I am a very good person, but that's life, and you can't command your heart. Of course, it was very difficult to accept all of this. They say that the feeling of betrayal from a loved one is a pain like a knife in your back, but that's not actually true. Pain is when someone close to you dies. Here, it feels like you've been plunged headfirst into mud. Before that, she deceived me for 6 months, though she said she had already decided everything by then. She just didn't know how to tell me, fearing to hurt me. How did it all begin? She got a promotion at work and was sent on a long business trip to another city to head a new branch. Her assistant went with her. They built up this branch, worked a lot together, spent a long time together, and then they fell in love. At first, she would come once a month for a few days. Then she called and told me what happened. She said she couldn't lie, deceive, and live on 2 fronts anymore. She apologized and all that. We decided that our daughter would stay with me for a while. She has school, extracurricular activities, clubs, and friends here. My wife would come to see her, visit her, send money, and communicate. For the first year, that's exactly how it was. But then she just disappeared. All that time, I don't know how I lived. The feeling of being betrayed gave me no peace. If it weren't for my daughter, I would have hit rock bottom. I haven't gotten close to any woman during this time. And now, a year later, no calls, no money, no news from her. My daughter and I almost went crazy. And then just 3 months ago, this treasure returns. I had fallen seriously ill from stress and was hospitalized. That day, she came to visit me with our daughter. I was stunned. I didn't expect to see her. She said she would tell me everything once I was discharged. They picked me up from the hospital. Again, both of them. My daughter asked me, or rather insisted, that her mother, my wife, officially, we are still not divorced. She didn't have time for it, and I hoped she would come to her senses to live with us for a while, as she had terribly missed her mother during this time and needed her very much. For my daughter's sake, I let her, but again, on the condition that it was temporary until she found new housing and she would sleep in a separate room with our daughter. So what actually happened? Why did she come back? Here's what happened. The company she worked for closed down, and they had to sell all assets. My wife, with her assistant and lover, cohabitant, all rolled into one, bought out this branch and opened an independent enterprise based on that firm. Things seemed to be going well, but then what finally was bound to happen did happen. She loved this man so madly that for his sake, she not only left her family and abandoned her husband, but also completely trusted him, even with financial documents and other matters. This was her second big mistake. The first was leaving me and getting involved with him at all. And one fine day, he emptied all the accounts and ran off with the money. He's now wanted by the police. She had to struggle for a long time and sell everything to pay off debts. She was left with nothing. She doesn't even have her own home. Although some money is left, she wants to invest it in a business. To be honest, I didn't feel particularly sorry for her. That night, I tossed and turned and couldn't sleep for a long time. I heard my wife and daughter arguing about something. My daughter said, "Go on, go!" And just as I was starting to doze off, she appeared to me naked and slipped into my bed. Male instinct took over, and we had sex. We only fell asleep towards morning. In the morning, she started kissing me again, with tears, lamenting how foolish she was, how much she wanted to fix everything. But I said that this night meant absolutely nothing yet, that I couldn't just forget everything now, as if nothing had happened. I needed time to sort myself out. My boss at work gave me the address of a clairvoyant, and I went to her on his advice. This is what I heard from her. I now have two paths. The first, if I find the strength to overcome myself and forgive my wife with all my heart, I will be happy with her for my long life. She will love me more than before. We will have a second child, most likely a boy. Her plans will also come true, and there will be prosperity in the family. But she will need my help and support in this endeavor. She is now ashamed of what she has done and suffers because of it. If I never reproach her, never remind her of her actions, but surround her with care, tenderness, and attention, then everything will be repaid to me with triple gratitude. Another man will not even cross her mind. She has learned her lesson for the rest of her life. Our daughter's life will also be good. The second path. If I drive my wife away and do not forgive her, then our daughter will choose her mother and leave with her, and I will not have a successful relationship with any woman. I will remain alone. I will start drinking heavily, completely undermine my health, and live only 5 more years in solitude, forgotten by everyone, and die that way. And our daughter's life will go downhill. Deprived of her father's control, she will ruin her entire fate and will never get out of the swamp she finds herself in. So my fate and the fate of my loved ones are now in my hands. It is not easy for any man to make such a decision, and it will be difficult to forget a woman's betrayal and sincerely forgive, to completely forgive it all. But if I choose the first path, it would be better for us to go to church and get married. Then it will be easier to overcome my pride. I am currently in a stupor. After returning from the clairvoyant, I told my wife that she could live here as long as she needed. It is her home too. We sleep in the same bed. I enjoy what she cooks, whereas before I wouldn't touch it. We talk and even joke together as a trio. But I can't fully let her back into my heart again. I want to. I really want to. But I can't. There's some invisible barrier, and I don't know what it is at all. Sometimes I want to hug her tightly, caress her endlessly, tell her I love her, how I suffered without her after she left, how much I missed her all this time, how difficult and disgusting it was to imagine her with someone else. But some unknown force holds me back. I don't know what it is, fear or pride. Our daughter is glowing with happiness, telling everyone that Mom has come to her senses and returned because she realized she only loves Dad and missed him, and Dad, being so kind and noble, forgave her because he loves her, and that her father is the best. I don't want to disappoint the girl, but I also remember the clairvoyant's words that maintaining the appearance of good relations for our daughter's sake is also meaningless. In her business, where she wants to invest the rest of her savings, I will help her, of course. We are already discussing all the plans together. She goes to various authorities, consults with me. I told her she can count on me. But otherwise, can I trust her again like before and not be afraid that after she gets back on her feet, she will pack her things and leave me again? Because if I open up to her, I probably won't be able to survive a second betrayal. Perhaps I need time. How much time do I need? I don't know.